So I'll go ahead and apply a turbulence field to this particle cloud, fields, turbulence, and I'll hit play on that. Now you can't really exactly see the result right away, but as we let this particle cloud move, we can see that there's a lot of randomness happening inside the particle cloud, and these particles are pretty much just jittering around in all sorts of random directions. Now the turbulence field basically just adds in turbulence to what's going on in your scene and what you've applied it to. And usually I don't use the turbulence field by itself. I'll use it in conjunction with other fields. For instance, when you have gravity fields or you have air fields, they seem to have a very constant direction. Adding turbulence to the objects that you already have those prior fields applied to will go ahead and randomize things up a bit and make it a little bit more natural, a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and turn the magnitude up on this turbulence field so we can see it a little bit better. And a unique attribute to the magnitude field is its frequency. So I'll go ahead and turn that frequency number up so we can kind of get a little bit more of a jitter going on. And I will rewind and hit play. And now you should be able to see that these particles are definitely jumping around your scene and starting to head off in all sorts of which directions. So again, if we had something like an air field applied to this, so I'll select my particle cloud and I will select air and hit play. We can get our particles moving in that direction, but with the turbulence field applied to it, we can go ahead and definitely get things reacting a little bit more natural. So I'll jump in my outliner here because I have those fields stacked up on top of each other and grab my turbulence field. And I will take its magnitude up again, something much higher, and change its frequency a little bit. So you can see we have that same air field, but it's not looking so perfectly dome-like like it did before. It's definitely looking a little bit more natural and much more randomized and scattered as things would happen in nature. Before, when we did this air field, we had this perfect dome from the field itself. So like I said, very often I'll use the turbulence field to go ahead and randomize things a little bit more. And again, you can go ahead and keyframe any of the attributes like frequency and magnitude with this turbulence field to go ahead and get things looking even more random.